Okay, so remember how I said I was gonna make like some big sappy post about Justin? Well, I'm finally home alone and able to do it. And I just made a video where I was being weird. This is not how I normally dress, but I figured it was appropriate for the story. For those who don't know, I don't know why you wouldn't know this, because I say it a lot, I guess. But I recently went and saw Moonshine, which was a musical about Hee Haw. It was really good, though. Like, I know it was off, but again, I was like, no, no, no. But it's really good. And one of my friends, Justin Guarini, was in it. And yeah, so people always ask me, like, when they find out, like, I'm friends with Justin, they're all like, oh my god, how do you know him? Like, he's not from Texas, I don't understand. So I thought, in honor of all of this happening and kind of reaching a milestone with him, and the fact that he's coming out with a new EP, that is the major reason. He's coming out with an EP, and you should all support it. It's like a Kickstarter, and there are prizes and stuff. But even if you can't give a lot, please give something if you can, or at least just promote it, because Justin deserves it, and he deserves all the success and love and all this greatness. So kind of to summarize that and to tell the world just how awesome he is, instead of just, you know, being like, oh my god, Justin Guarini's not gone, ah! Even though I did that 10 years ago, I thought I would just kind of share our history so everybody knows. It's really embarrassing. Really, really, really embarrassing. So, yeah. And I'm gonna be totally honest. Well, maybe. I'll be honest to a fault. But nothing too bad. One of the major reasons that Justin means so much to me now is because basically I just realized this a couple days ago. He is one person that I have known for probably the longest of my life. And along with him is the people that I met through him. Are the people that I've known the longest. 10 plus years. So, you know, I have that to be grateful for. Yeah. So, way back when, back in 2003, yeah, 2003, summer 2003, I was 14, and here's the biggest shocker, first out of the box. That summer of 2003 was when American Idol first came on the scene, premiered, yes, 12, 13 years ago. Oh my god. I'm having like an existential crisis because I'm like old and things are so old. But yeah. American Idol premiered that summer, but here's the shocker. I actually did not watch it. I didn't watch it at all. I know. I didn't watch it. I was busy. I was doing young actor stuff. I was at an acting camp, and one of my friends at the time was watching it, and she told me about it, and then my dad actually watched it all summer, and I was just like, oh, it's kind of cool, I guess, whatever. But was it, I think it was the finale. I think, yeah, because it was September. I was starting high school, and I just thought, you know, my dad was like, you really should watch this. This girl's from Dallas. Yeah, okay. So I was like, alright, whatever. So I watched it. I watched the finale. the last episode of the first season, and saw Callie and was like, oh, okay, so this girl's from Dallas, that's cool. Then, and ironically, it's the saw your face then. Basically, it was. That's basically what happened. It was just like, what? 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 Who is this? Who is this? So, yeah, that led to me Googling Justin Croydie and basically becoming absolutely obsessed with him for the next 10 plus years. But dial it back. We'll go back to that for a few months. I Googled him. I found a group of his fans on the old American Idol / MSN boards. Yeah, message boards. Message boards were a huge thing when I was a kid. Oh God, it hurts. Oh, it hurts, the nostalgia. Ugh. Okay. Yeah, so through those message boards, I hooked up with, well, not hooked up, I connected with a lot of girls my age and a lot of women who weren't my age. They were older. But we all bonded because we all love Justin. And if you know me, if you know me now, you know that I am not really scared of anything. Not really scared to go for anything. Now I am. Now I'm terrified. But, you know, back then I had no balls, no filter, really. No conscience. So, I basically just wanted to talk to him. That's all I wanted, you know. So, I might have, you know, looked up his, parents' phone number online. And, yeah, and called it. Called it. Yeah. And naturally, they didn't answer. But it did have a voicemail that said, hi, you've reached the Grannies. If you'd like to leave a message for so-and-so, press 1, Justin 2. So I was like, oh my God. So I hung up, and I told my sister about it. And I was like, oh my God, you have to hear it. So I called back. But this time, you know, because this time, like they'd know. So I just hit star 67 this time. Didn't do it the first time. But apparently, star 67 and unknown numbers are what gets answered in the Guarini household. Because all of a sudden I heard, hello? And I was thrown off. All I wanted was to hear his voicemail again. And all of a sudden his mother answers the phone. So I'm like, hey, hi, is Justin home? And his mom, who is, by the way, the sweetest woman in the world, like, absolutely so sweet. She was like, oh, no, sweetie, actually, he's, rehearsing for the tour, for the American Idol tour. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I just wanted to say thank you for having him and thank you for raising him. Yeah. And she was very nice, and she hung up the phone, and, you know, basically, what would I do? What was I gonna do? I bragged about it. Because clearly, that's braggable. That's totally sane and cool to do. So, I bragged about it, and the story has a point, I promise. On these message boards, these public message boards. Let me reiterate that. I was telling the public that I was a nut job. Like, fully admitting it. So I said that, and then, like, all of these women, like, adult women, like my age now, and probably older, started, like, wailing, like, lecturing me and yelling at me, because apparently his mom had, like, some kind of surgery. I don't remember what it was for. I want to say it was some kind of cancer, but I don't know, so don't quote me on that. All I know is she had a surgery, she was recovering from it, And apparently, me calling his house was not going to help her at all. And probably killed her by the way they were reacting. So, there was that side of it. But luckily for me, they're actually really nice Justin Guarini fans, and older and nice and wonderful. And that's how I met them, because I had a lot of women come to my defense and are like, she's 14, for God's sake, leave her alone. All she did was call somebody on the phone. Nobody died. She was excited. Chill the fuck out. G-rated. In a much nicer way, but not much. And that was, I think that was Teresa. Yeah, and she later became like my second aunt, and I haven't talked to her in a really long time. And anyway, then from that, it kind of evolved into, I met a bunch of fans my age, and then we kind of bonded, and I still talk to them now, a lot of them. The Woos, we were the Woos. We were very cool. So I'm not going to go into every single thing that ever happened to me with Justin, but I remember being 14 and watching Oprah and seeing Justin. It was an episode with like her season premiere, and she was surprising people with stuff. Justin met these girls that were there, like his biggest fans, and he met them, and I remember thinking, oh my god, they met him, and I'm never gonna meet him, and I'm so jealous, and oh my god, I'm gonna die. Yeah, I said this to him the other night, and I was like, if I could tell 14-year-old me that 12 years later I was going to be sitting outside just hanging out and talking to Justin Guarini with my parents, just shooting the shit for like an hour, maybe not an hour, but just with nobody around and not even trying, I would have been like, stop crying, you don't have to go on the Oprah show. Yeah. So, so after Kelly won, they did this whole big press junket, and naturally, oh yeah, and the movie came out, because they had the movie, oh my god, from Justin and Kelly, best movie ever. Seriously, best movie ever, fuck you, it is. So they did a movie premiere here, because she's from Dallas, so I went in a outfit that Kelly had worn on the show. It was a natural woman outfit. I'll Google it. It's basically tie. Anyway, it was very distinctive. And I met Justin for the very first time for like 20 seconds. 20 seconds! 20 seconds! And a picture of just him, because it was a barrier. And that is what he chooses to remember to this day. So, kids, if you ever want to meet somebody you really love, you pick out the best outfit you have, because that's gonna stick. First impressions stick. And that goes for anything, I guess. I would say. Just use that as a rule of thumb. First impressions, they stick. So, warning. This is really rambly and really long. Maybe I should divide it into two. I don't know. Anyway, so what should I do after that? Oh yeah, I can update. I can do this. So after that, so then he was doing like radio junkets and stuff. And then he was doing like random concerts. And then one year, and he was doing a concert in Louisville, Kentucky at Six Flags. And I was like, yeah, let's do it. And it was like this big, huge thing because all of the message board members, J-Man's World, shout out, a bunch of us decided to get together and go. And this was like the big fangirl starting thing that started a trend for a long, long time. So basically, long story short, I know Justin basically because I stalked him for a long time. Basically, I followed him across the country, going to Six Flags shows, and you know, visiting his parents' house. Actually, yeah, didn't even just call it. Had a friend who lived in Philadelphia at the time. I won't disclose from there. You know who you are. And her dad knew where his parents lived. And we kind of went and hid in their bushes. Yeah, and they were home. And we ran. And that was really... Yeah. But... And I'm not saying... I'm not promoting stalking people. Don't do that. Don't do it to the point that it's, like, creepy. But I'm just really, really lucky that Justin is a nice person and has nice people around him and appreciates people. I mean, that's basically it. I'm lucky that he finds the cuteness in stalking him and appreciates the fact that, you know, some of us have stuck around for 10 plus years. So I guess the point of this is to say that I wasted a lot of time freaking out and trying to impress people that I held up high. And I've done this all my life, really. If I put somebody on a pedestal, I want to be around them. I want to be approved by them. It's just, I've done that forever. And I recently did it with a group of people and mostly guys. I guess I do with guys. But people too. Anyway, tangent. So, I never got anywhere. Long story short, never got anywhere with that. And it made me realize, you know, seeing Justin and, you know, and I said that he was my friend at the beginning of this because we were talking and he said something like, oh yeah, you know, I mean, of course I'll come out here and do this. We're friends. This is going to be, this is really, really lame and stupid, but I almost died. Like I don't freak out like I did when I was a kid seeing Justin or talking to him or anything. But the 14-year-old in me was like, oh my god, I'm Justin Corini's friend. Oh my god, oh my god. And it was like I got the approval from him, and it was so great. It was awesome. And I kind of needed it. But I was like, oh my god. And I realized that I didn't need to do anything to be his friend. I mean, I did, obviously, over 10 plus years. But I didn't have to work at it, you know? I didn't have to impress him and, you know, keep him, you know, I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to work at it. I said that. And that's how it should be. That is who you should surround yourself with. That is who you should aspire to be. You should aspire to be somebody who is gracious and who appreciates what's been done for him and what has been done, and who appreciates you for you. That's basically what I'm saying. You need to focus your time and your energy and surround yourself with people that are going to encourage you and not just make you feel like shit about yourself. And, you know, that's not necessarily saying that you can't surround yourself with people that make you want to be better, because obviously that's what you should do. But you need to make sure that these people want you to be better and see the better in you, not make you want to be better and then become unattainable, or don't encourage you, or, you know, I don't know if I'm making any sense. But basically, all of that said, just wanted to let everyone know. What? That's my dog, Kelly. Named after Kelly Clarkson. Yep. Sure is. So, basically, I have rambled on for 21 minutes. All of this to say that Justin Eldrin L. Guarini, never thought I'd say this, is one of probably the best guy that I know besides my family. He is the most gracious, wonderful, funny, talented out the ass man that I know. And he has been since I was a kid. And sometimes you get really, really lucky and you meet some people that you keep around for 10 plus years. And don't let go of that. Just kind of always hang on to that, because you're going to be in the dark, and people who only know you when you were a kid know how to get you out. And things pass, and this is really cheesy, but dreams come true, kids. They do. Not for me so much. Not for a lot, but hey. Back in 2003, I sat in this room and I watched Justin Guarini on Oprah, and I said, I'm never gonna meet him, ever. And last week, went and saw a show, front row, Broadway, hung out with him. Dreams come true. They really do. And just, and appreciate that. Appreciate that. Appreciate what you get, and appreciate dreams that you have, and let the ones go that are harmful. None of this makes any sense, but I hope it at least makes some kind of sense. Basically, don't give up. Please donate to Justin's thing. And shout out to Raina, his wonderful wife. So, okay, yeah, and see, now I know his wife and his family, and what? What? Anyway, yeah. Woo! So, support him. Donate. I'm going to put a link in the description. And wanted to say thank you to Justin for the thing. Just for being you. Keep on keeping on. Because seriously, dude, you rock. If you know me, you'll get that. Anyway, yeah. Cool. Okay, bye!